Every morning at 6 a.m., Ronald Red pushed his cleaning cart through the halls of the local bank. He wore the same thrift store jacket, drove the same old Honda that broke down twice a year, lived in the same small house he'd bought decades ago. The bankers would pass him in the hallways, barely noticing him. Some even complained about him. Why doesn't he replace that squeaky wheel on his cart? Ronald just smiled and kept working. Across town there was a different story. Richard was a successful investment banker. Designer suits, luxury penthouse, a different sports car for every day of the week. He'd see Ronald sometimes when he came to headquarters for meetings. Poor guy, Richard thought, must be barely getting by. Years passed. Richard's Instagram was a highlight reel. Private jets, 5-star restaurants, exotic vacations. His followers envied him. Ronald kept mopping floors, kept driving his old Honda, kept living quietly. Then one day, Ronald passed away at 92 years old. The local news ran a small story about him. Just an obituary, nothing special, until the lawyer read his will. Ronald Red, the janitor who everyone thought was barely scraping by, left behind an estate worth $8 million. $8 million. He'd been quietly investing his modest salary for over 60 years. Small amounts, blue chip stocks. Dividend reinvestment, never touched it. Just let it grow. He donated most of it to the local library and hospital. Richard heard the news and was stunned. He did the math on his own life. Despite earning 10 times more than Ronald ever did, Richard had only $80,000 in savings. His sports cars leased, his penthouse mortgaged to the hilt, his lifestyle completely dependent on his next paycheck. Ronald was wealthy. Richard was just rich. Ronald had money, Richard had payments. Ronald built assets, Richard bought liabilities. One lived below his means. The other lived beyond his means. The person wearing designer clothes isn't necessarily wealthy, and the person mopping the floor might be a millionaire. Wealth whispers, poverty shouts.